Welcome to Ready to Mosh, a podcast all about rock, metal and alternative music. I'm Kev P.
And I'm Gem J. Each episode will bring you the latest news, talk about new releases and review gigs and festivals that we've been to. There'll be a smattering of guest interviews and a lot of random chat.
As well as the podcast, you can also find us on Twitter and Instagram. Just search at Ready to Moshcast. Hello and welcome to episode 49 of Ready to Mosh.
Hello.
Hello. It's a special bonus episode.
Yes, coming at you on a Thursday.
Yeah, bit of a a little different move, but it boils down to that you were at the Ville Valo gig on Saturday night.
Yep, so that episode is already out. Go listen to it if you haven't already.
Yeah, and well, you went to that because I didn't particularly want to go.
As we all know.
I went to Metal to the Masses, which was at the Tap and Tumbler in Nottingham.
And it was the first time that either of us have experienced a Metal to the Masses gig.
Yeah, and I don't know how.
I know.
But I do actually want to go do some more.
Yeah, same. I mean, I caught the end of it, did the last band, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you caught most of the last band, didn't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good night.
Well, we did actually say, didn't we, that if we lived that little bit nearer, we'd probably go every week and we could just report back every week on it. And
yeah, that'd be really
stuff,
cool.
But we are quite far out.
Yeah, just too far away to do it every week.
Yeah. But yeah, we're definitely going to have a look what others are coming up. Because I think there's another 6 weeks of the initial rounds and the semi-finals and the final. So
yeah,
we'll have a look and see when we're free. Okay, so you were there for the most of it. So you are going to do the majority of this review.
Yeah.
Right, so before we go into the bands themselves, we'll just have a little bit about, I guess, the Tap and Tumbler as a gig venue to start with, or how busy it was and all of that. So, is it the first time you've seen a band there as well?
No.
You've seen bands?
Yeah, I've seen bands there before.
Yeah, we've both seen bands there before then, but just not as part of Metal to the Masses.
Yeah.
We were in there having a drink before I went off to Rock City, and it was not too busy at that point, was it?
Yeah, no, there's still plenty of room.
Yeah, so in terms of busyness, when the first band came on, had it got busier by then?
Yeah, so it started picking up pretty much not long after you left, actually. And it did start to get really busy around the bar area and in front of the stage. The other side wasn't as busy, which obviously people weren't there to watch the bands on that side. So
I guess as well, because it's almost like a U shape in a way, isn't it, where the bar is? So
yeah.
If you're not necessarily there to watch the band, you can kind of sit around the other side and just listen.
And just listen instead, yeah. And even though you're really close to where the music's being played, it doesn't feel that loud.
Yeah, and you're saving your ears a little bit.
Yeah.
So move on to the bands themselves then.
Yeah, so the first band up was As the Day Burns, who I thought were absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you sent me a message to tell me so.
I did, yeah. Yeah, they were really, really good, and they set the bar very, very high. And I think one of the things I just wanted to say as well, the quality of the bands at this stage were unbelievable. There were some really strong performances all night. So, yeah, As the Day Burns, every band got a 30-minute slot, and they powered through their tracks. Really great sound, and I do want to keep an eye out on them because I'd like to see them again.
Okay, what sort of sound are they?
So they are a metalcore band, and they were very, very impressive. Really, the bass in their stuff was really good, and the vocals, kind of two of the band members were doing vocals, and they really worked well together. So one was the kind of louder of the two, with kind of like more visceral vocals.
The bleh.
Yeah.
Vocal.
Yeah, if you like, yeah. And one was more kind of like a harmony kind of vocal.
A clean vocal.
Yeah. And yeah, but they were absolutely fantastic. Really, really good.
I feel a bit sad that I missed them then on that basis. I'll have to look out for when they're playing again.
Yeah, they are playing in Derby in May. But I know it's like a mental week where everything's happening, so...
that's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have a look, see if they've got any other dates they planned that we could get to.
Then next up was Dead Moths.
And how were Dead Moths?
A very different style, and the frontman was very, very energetic.
I think
say the
I saw
least.
a clip actually. I was looking on either the Tap Instagram or the Mangata Instagram.
Yeah.
And was he climbing up somewhere near a door frame or something?
Oh, you know where so as you're stood, pretty much where the pool table goes.
Yeah.
You know, the bar goes up to the side, goes really full. It was kind of climbing up there.
Yeah, I remember. I saw it last night when we got in. I'd forgotten. It's just come back to me. Yeah, that one of the bands were doing that. So. And
then jumped into the crowd at various points. Was trying to get the crowd to hold him up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, while he was still screaming into the mic, and it wasn't what I was expecting.
You know, more of a larger venue antic.
Yeah, a much larger venue antic. But they were very, very good. I was expecting the frontman to hit a few people with a mic at one point because he'd got the mic cable and was swinging the mic.
Oh.
Kind of, just windmilling the mic around and...
Yeah, again, more of a larger venue antic.
Yeah, and a few people did start moving further back because it looked like it was going to get dangerous at one point.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it, with the Tap? You're literally almost on stage with the band, you're that close.
Yeah.
Because it's, it's on the same level. Obviously no barrier or anything.
Yeah, there's no...
It's not really a dividing line.
Yeah, it is literally just an extra piece of the floor, isn't it, just for the band, so... But yeah, they had a hell of a lot of energy. And just a little bit of a side note on Metal to the Masses, that these are competitions to play at Bloodstock.
Yeah, I guess we assumed that people would know that, but
not necessarily. Yeah, we kind of, I suppose, we kind of assumed that everybody would know. But for those who don't know, that's what the point of Metal to the Masses is. So it gives new bands a lot of exposure, gets them a chance to play at Bloodstock, and then obviously more exposure from there.
Yeah, and there's different heats across the UK.
Across the UK, and Ireland.
Beyond. I believe there's some in Europe as well.
Oh, was there? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Part me want to say Poland, but I can't remember.
Okay.
There's definitely some in Europe at least, or it might be somewhere Scandinavian. Norway, actually. I think it could be Norway.
Okay. But they get a chance to play at the new Blood stage. So, it's all for a good kind of reason that all this is happening. And, like with the Tap, I don't know about the other venues, because I've not been to the other venues, but with the Tap, it's free entry anyway.
Yeah, I was going to mention that at some point, or bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about other venues.
No, it may vary venue to venue, but the one in Nottingham is free entry.
Yeah.
So you get to see some good bands and it doesn't cost you anything.
Exactly. You could see the next big thing for free.
Yeah, completely. And then I suppose on to the last band, who are a former Ready to Mosh recommendation.
They are.
Yeah, and that was Buried by My Heartache.
They were the reason I was running across, not across Nottingham, down the road.
Yeah.
It was raining as well.
That and the rain, yeah.
But no, I was intending to scuttle along quickly to catch them.
Yeah. And but in fact, you were there, you joined for most of that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, when I got in there, it was quite busy. I couldn't see where you were. I'd sent you a message, but I assumed you hadn't received it, so I got myself a drink and then clocked you in the corner at the front. So I managed to
Michael Stein.
Yeah. I managed to somehow weave myself through a quite tightly packed crowd at that point to join you.
Yeah. And I think, I kept trying to signal to you to come around the other side where it was
which
less
I didn't
busy.
think to do, actually. It never occurred to me. But I managed to squeeze through anyway. So.
Yeah.
And I think, I only missed the first track, so...
Yeah, you didn't miss a great deal. And, Buried by My Heartache were, kind of like following on from their Mangata performance last year.
Yes, which is where we initially came
across them. Which is where we came across them. They were absolutely fantastic. And everything they played was actually off their new EP they've got coming out. So it was a big risk to, instead of playing something that they're used to playing in front of live crowds, to just kind of go, actually, we're going to do this and do something different.
And it was their first gig of the year as well.
It was their first gig of the year, yeah.
It's not like they'd been practicing beforehand in front of an audience, really.
Yeah, so they have been obviously rehearsing a lot in the run-up to this and with the new EP. And I think you could tell that they've really put the work in.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there was one of the tracks was a previously unreleased one from their last EP. But Buried by My Heartache were absolutely incredible. And, I won't go too much into them because we have recommended them before. But anybody who gets a chance to watch them, definitely check them out.
Yeah, I really enjoyed what I saw of them.
And one of the other things is that with Metal to the Masses, the crowd get to vote on who they think is the best.
It's 50-50, isn't it? There's 3 judges.
Yeah, and the crowd vote as well.
I was quite curious about how it was going to work, because I knew that's what happened, but I didn't know exactly how it would work.
And I think the judges were unanimous, weren't they?
No, they said they were different.
Oh, was it a split?
Yeah, it was a split 3 ways from the judges, so it essentially did come down to the crowd
vote, yeah. And, I mean, so we both voted, and we both went for the same band.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, obviously, I only saw Buried by My Heartache, so I had to take your advice on the other 2 anyway, because it wouldn't just let me vote for only one. So it was either I had to use your judgment.
My judgment on the other
bands, or not vote at all. And I felt as I was there, I should vote.
Mm-hmm.
And as I generally trust your opinion on music, in most instances, went with it.
In most instances, yeah. Yeah, so the votes that I cast went in the order I had in 3rd place, Dead Moths. In 2nd place, As the Day Burns. And in 1st place, Buried by My Heartache. It took a little while for the vote to come through, but it wasn't a huge amount of time, and the winners were Buried by My Heartache. And it proved to be kind of like a popular choice on the night. I
was going to say, they did seem to have a lot of their own fans there. Obviously, I can't comment on other bands that were there, but there was a few people in merch as well for them.
Yeah, I noticed there were more people wearing their kind of stuff, which you don't usually see that much for a small band.
No. Obviously, they may be more established than the other 2, having played Mangata and have been around a little while. I don't know the background of the other 2 bands at this point.
Yeah, they have been. I suppose they probably are a little bit more established, and that's maybe why. But yeah, I think it was a right call on the night, and they've gone through to the semi-finals.
Yeah, I'm not sure when the semi-finals are actually. I tried to have a look earlier and I couldn't spot it. I know the final is July. I can't remember if it's the week before or after Mangata. But finals for Nottingham is July.
Yeah, I've got a feeling the next one's in about 6 weeks.
Well, there's 6 more weeks of heats yet.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be sometime May or June for the semi-finals, because I think they run up to about the end of April.
Yeah. And so that was the review from Nottingham. And anybody, if you get a chance to go to the Metal to the Masses, definitely do it. It's a good way to watch some kind of new bands that you've probably never seen before, and upcoming bands as well.
Yeah, definitely. And definitely recommend checking out all the 3 bands that we've...
Yeah, give all of those bands a listen. They are really good.
Right, that's the end of this little mini episode for you. Mini Mosh, if you will.
Yep, a Mini Mosh.
As always, thank you very much for listening. And if you're not following us on the various social places already, please do so. We're on Instagram and Twitter at ReadyToMoshcast, and Facebook, TikTok and YouTube at ReadyToMosh. And please give us a like, share, review in all of those places and on your preferred podcast platform as well. Make it stop, move.